Afternoon, Pew Pew fans. I've got a special one for you today. So a lot of the local Pew Pew fans have been waiting on this reveal, but I've been waiting, and there's a reason why. You've seen this before. Okay, we tested this AR not too long ago. You may recognize that, but I have modified it. What we are looking at here is an Anderson Manufacturing AR15 16-inch carbine, 5.56 by 4.5 NATO, with a Timber Creek red anodized handguard, Timber Creek blue anodized buffer tube, Timber Creek ambidextrous safety anodized blue, Timber Creek anti-roll pin kit anodized blue, R1 tactical dust cover, Timber Creek takedown pins, Armaspec trigger guard, Guntec forward assist, Guntec mag release, R1 tactical mag catch, R1 tactical bolt catch, R1 tactical ambidextrous charging handle, Bushnell AR optics ACSS 30 to 300 yard scope. It's got some m-lok rails and ladder guard on it, adjustable bipod, QD quick detach sling mount ×2. 3 times Hexmag translucent clear 30 round mags, Hogue Grip and tack 1 minimal stock with a little extra on that, and Rise Armament RA701 compensator. Let's see how she runs. We're going to run about 20 rounds or so through it, and I got a bunch of little clips and stuff we're going to tag into this. So that's what's up. I got some pictures. Stay tuned to the end because there's going to be a picture slideshow of what this thing started as, transformation steps that took last month, and the final steps this month. Budgets, you know how they work. Got to do a little bit at a time. But anyway, let's see how this sucker runs. We'll be right back. Pew pew. I forgot to mention 45-degree offset pop-up sights. Chamber flag out. 8 to 10 rounds in. Alright, safety's off. I got some hanging steel over here at about 25 yards. Let's see what happens. I'm not sure my earplugs was in good enough. I felt every bit of that. That's it on that one. Let's try that ambidextrous. Whoa, that's nice. As you can see, I shot a clip. Hit that target a couple times. That had fresh paint on it. That didn't have any fresh paint on it, but I did end up hitting the ring. And I grazed the side of that one. That's a fresh hit. I'm not sure what all this is fresh hits, but that's all fresh hit. And I think some of these back here are fresh hits. But that's definitely a fresh hit. Well, she runs. Pew pew. Christmas came early. New package from Redcon. Here we go. Oh, nice. They put everything in wrapping paper. Ooh, cool. A new sticker. Invoice, I don't need that. I already know what's in here. Oh, looky, looky. Looky, looky. And the takedown pins look awful small. Let's have some fun. Little trick I learned the other day online. So I've got my rotate pin taken out. I use this little hook deal that I made out of a Allen key. Tapered it down to this little end where I could put it in here in this groove. Put it in this groove right here and catch the indent pin and spring and push it back to where I could rotate this to the round. Now I'm going to take that rotate to the round and I'm going to put it back in here from the back side, and I'm going to put my indent pin in. Put my indent pin in here against the spring, and figured it's going to be a little butt head. Oh, come on now. Get in there, you sorry son of a... Come on. Come on. Get in there. And it just flew across the room. I'll be back. Well, it's gone. But good thing the new one came with replacements. So okay, so now I've got the old pin stuck through, keeping the indent in place. I'm going to take this one and put it in here right up against it and push it in until it catches. There we go. I'll see if I can get lucky enough to do the other one.